Hey YouTube family, what's going on? Just want to let you know that if you participated in the poll that I posted about, I would say it's been about 2 months. Yeah, it's been about 2 months, and the majority of you guys voted for the video about God. I was hoping that you guys were going to vote for the video about the boy that committed suicide in Georgia because I already had completed that video and it was ready to go. I'm gonna upload it probably next week because the other video is gonna take some time, to be honest with you. I'm nowhere near done with that video. I really want to go into depth about it. I really do. So it's gonna take some time, all right? Thank you so much for your patience. And I do also want to thank everybody who's been interacting with me through my community page because I've been asking a lot of random questions. If you haven't, please check out some of the questions that I've asked on my community page. And if you have some opinions, if you want to share light on something or whatever it is, if you just want to ask some questions yourself, feel free, I love when we interact with each other. I love when we talk with each other. Okay. So I'm making this video today about progressive because a couple of people did ask me, like, what's going on. Some people that were reading through my community page did ask me, like, how in the hell did that happen? Blah, blah, blah. So I'm going to break it down for you guys. All right. So it's been about, like, I would say probably like 3 weeks or so. I kept receiving emails from Progressive. I received like 2 emails from Progressive. And with Progressive, the emails that they send you pretty much just says that you need to log into your app because they have something they need to say to you or something, blah, blah, blah. Their emails doesn't go into detail. I wish it did so that I wouldn't have to log into their stupid app all the time. But you know how it is. We're living in capitalism. They probably get paid for every single person that logs into the app. Every time you click something on the app, they're probably getting a check. So yeah, if you don't believe me, please look it up. Please look up what I'm saying. I'm not lying to you. These corporations literally make money off of every little click that you do on either their app or their website. And that's why every single company now wants you to have an app, Like, for example, I remember when McDonald's first came out with their app, they had such great deals, buy one, get one free, blah, 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 get something for 99 cents today, blah, blah, blah. But now they barely have any good sales on their apps. And that's because they wanted to bait you to get the app in the first place. So trust me when I tell you, capitalism allows these corporations to make money off of every single thing. I'm not joking. So yeah, I received an email from Progressive. When I tried to log into my app, for some reason it was not allowing me to log in. When you initially sign up for an account and it has that little box that says, remember my username and password. So I do remember clicking that box when I initially signed up for Progressive, but for some reason it didn't register. And because I have different sets of username and passwords, I usually like to have the computer or whatever try to remember that, so I don't have to try to remember it my damn self. Not that I don't know it, I do, but I don't want to try to figure out what variation I use for what specific app, if that makes any sense. Okay? So the first 2 times that I tried to log in, I wasn't, it wasn't cooperating with me. It wasn't remembering me. So I was like, whatever. There's no reason Progressive should be even trying to contact me because I paid them for 6 months. I paid them a 6-month premium and they shouldn't be trying to reaching out to me. I don't owe them. So I don't remember what night it was. I think it was Thursday night. I received an email from Progressive and I said, okay. Now at this point, I don't even have a phone. My phone screen was completely broken, so I couldn't even try to log into the app if I tried to. So I said, okay, this is like the 3rd email that I received from Progressive. Let me try to log in through my laptop. Lo and behold, I log in through my laptop and they're like, oh, you owe us $113. And I'm like, what? Excuse me? I scroll down and I see my cousin is listed as my driver. And I'm just like, what? I am literally flabbergasted, gobsmacked. Like, what? Are you telling me my cousin that literally just came from Haiti November of last year is added onto as my car insurance as a driver. I'm like, what? So then I'm like, let me do a little bit of research about Progressive, and I do some research and I come across a couple of articles where people are saying Progressive literally will add somebody to your policy randomly without your consent as a driver. And after I saw those articles, man, my blood pressure like went through the roof. Like my cortisol levels and my stress levels was on 10. Okay, I could not even sleep because I was just It was like probably like 2:00 in the morning. I couldn't sleep because I was waiting for 9:00 to get these people on the phone. So 9:00 comes around after I've had like 4 or 5 hours of sleep. Who knows? I call them and I'm telling you, I am going off. Okay. It's to the point where the customer service rep is like, ma'am, I can't even help you in this department. I have to get you over to underwriting so that they can explain to you, how this gentleman got on your policy. Blah, blah, blah. Because I'm just going off like, how dare you people? Where the fuck are you getting your information from? And how in the hell do you feel you could just add somebody to my policy without my consent? So they transferred me over to underwriting. And I spoke to Tammy, and Tammy tried to tell me I needed to calm down and I needed to stop cursing. And I told her, ma'am, I'm not going to do a motherfucking thing. You're going to hear everything that I have to motherfucking say because I don't know who the fuck you people think you are. And she disconnected the phone on me twice. So finally, I said, okay, I'm not going to get anywhere with all this. Let me just, whoosah, I don't usually act like that. Unless I'm like really pissed, which it's not hard to get me pissed off. Like I already don't like this world. I'm already misanthropic as it is. So it's not really hard to piss me off, but I am a sweet person. I promise I am a sweet person. Let's just say my anger is justified to me. Yeah, to me. Okay. I said, okay, I was so upset. I was literally sweating bullets. I had the fan and the AC on and I was dripping sweat. I had to take off all my clothes. I don't mean to sound vulgar or disgusting or nasty or anything, but I literally had to take off all my clothes because I was dripping sweat. So I said, okay, let me take some time and calm down a little bit. Then I called back and finally underwriting department explained to me that they have 60 days after I initially get a policy with them for them to do their quote unquote research, which means they basically going to get access to all of public information, public records. And then she said, oh, well, we sent you 2 letters, through the app requesting that you confirm who this person is. And since we didn't hear from you, we added him as a driver. Or whatever. I'm like, ma'am, this is and he literally just got his driver's license. So that's probably why he came up as public records. And everybody uses my mother's address because my mother, this is her home. It's paid off. It's established. And everybody else who doesn't have, all of our family who doesn't have like stability uses my mother's address as their main address. Okay. And, where was I in the story? Yeah, I'm like, ma'am, that gentleman, she's like, do you know this gentleman? I said, yes. He doesn't, first of all, he doesn't even live at my mother's address. And second of all, he has never even seen the inside of my car. He has never even seen the inside of my vehicle, period. So y'all need to remove him and remove him now. And she's like, well, do you know him? Or she just starts asking me all these personal questions. And I say, ma'am, listen, I'm really trying to calm myself down here, and I'm really not trying to get myself too excited here on the phone. But the questions that you're asking me are irrelevant. Once I have advised you that this gentleman does not drive my car and he does not live at this address. So all these other questions you're asking me is irrelevant. She says, oh, well, I do have this letter that I can send you, and if you sign it, then I can go ahead and remove him. Well, ma'am, that's what you should have done from the first fucking place. Instead of asking me all of these personal questions that has nothing to do with nothing. So it's like they've been trained to try to get you to give them information so that they can try to find some loophole to extract more money out of you. That's really what they're trying to do. Because according to progressive policy, whoever lives under the same roof have to be added onto the policy. And for each person that you add on the policy, regardless or not if they are considered a covered driver, you're paying a fee for that person. Yeah. So she sends me a letter basically stating that this person is not at my address and this person does not have access to my vehicle. And if the person is found driving my vehicle, then Progressive is not, going to be responsible for any damages, which that's fine. This is how all auto insurances should operate. If the person that is covered under the policy is the one driving the vehicle and they get into an accident, then the car insurance they are liable for damages. If the owner of the vehicle allows somebody else to drive the vehicle and that person gets into a car accident, then the auto insurance company should not be held responsible. That's fair. That's cool. But what's not fair is for you to say that I need to add everybody who's under the same roof on my policy and pay an extra fee for every single person on my policy when these people have their own vehicles and their own car insurance. But we live in a capitalistic society where these corporations are allowed to get away with bloody murder. They have no laws, no regulations on what they can and cannot do. They pretty much all can create their own rules and policies. Meanwhile, the government wants to control you and your body autonomy. And this is why I'm against procreation. And I will continue to state my position here. If you are very comfortable being a slave, that's your business. But everybody is not going to be comfortable being a slave. And everybody shouldn't be comfortable with being a motherfucking slave. But if you want to be comfortable in your slavery, by all means, dance in your filth and dance in your filth alone. Okay. So after, all of that said and done, she removed, my cousin from my policy or whatever. And then she says, well, I did hear you say that you're living under the same roof as your mother. Well, we have to add your mother on this call. We have to add her to the policy. I'm like, yeah. Ma'am, my mother has her own vehicle. She has her own car insurance. She does not drive my car. She does not want to drive my car. Everybody roasts my car because they say my car is old and beat up. And guess what? I'm going to continue to drive my old motherfucking car because I do not want to fund capitalism at all. At all. Literally, my phone, that's 7 years old, just broke on me. 7 years old. And I was forced to go buy a new phone. I do not buy new items. I do not fund capitalism. What I say is how I live for real. I'm not playing. People could call me cheap. People could call me whatever. I don't give a fuck. Because when I don't feel like working, I don't have to fucking work. Because I haven't created no bills for myself. When I don't want to be a slave, when I feel like I don't want to motherfucking participate in this system, I sit down and chill. And still have the ability to pay all my bills, any bills that I do have. because I don't create unnecessary bills for myself. I hear about people buying $2,000 phones and they got it financed. Are y'all fucking stupid? Or is, keeping up with the Joneses so important to you that you will fund a disgusting system just to feel like you're keeping up with everybody? I don't give a fuck to keep up with motherfuckers. I don't even care. So once she tried to add my mother onto, my policy, I said, you know what, let me go ahead and just see what she has to say. She's like, oh, that's going to be an extra $15 a month. I said, you know what, ma'am? Listen, go ahead and just cancel this because I don't have time. I really don't. Before I got over to Progressive, I was with Geico, and Geico never once asked me about anybody else in my household. Even my sister, who co-signed on my car for me, was not added onto my car insurance as a driver. And her name is on the car. So I don't know what type of games you guys are playing, but I'm not going to motherfucking play them with you. Because I'm not the one nor the motherfucking two. And she's like, oh, you know what I can do for you, because I don't want you to be without, auto insurance. Because I don't know how it is in any other state, but in the state of Florida, if you are without car insurance for 60 days, the state will send you a letter advising you that you need to get car insurance before your driver's license get canceled. Yes, yeah, y'all didn't know that? It's a whole system that they have in place. If you say, you know what, I don't even want car insurance. What the fuck am I paying car insurance for? My car is worth probably $3,000. If I get into a wreck or whatever, I'll just pay whatever the damages are. I don't want car insurance. Yeah, but your driver's license is going to get canceled. So it has another problem for you. So if for some reason, if you just cannot pay your car insurance, you got fired from a job and you can't pay your car insurance, now they're going to cancel your driver's license and you have to pay, I believe the fee was $90 or something like that. You have to pay now to get your driver's license reinstated, Say you lose your job, right? And then like 3 months goes by, you get your driver's license canceled, blah, blah, blah. You fall back on your car insurance. If you get a job, say 6 months after, now you have to go back and pay to get your driver's license reinstated. Pay your back payment on your car insurance and all of that. So this is a system that has been created. And I mean, the people who created this system are highly intelligent. You have to do hours of research to find the loopholes, which I've found loopholes to certain things. But y'all, the amount of research that you have to do to find loopholes is not a joke. And if you are too stressed trying to find a job, or if you are working 60 hours a week, you're never going to find these loopholes. And that's how they got the system set up here. What is it going to take for people to really wake up and realize what the fuck is going on here? We should not be having to do all of this to live on a planet that we never even asked to be on. I never even asked to be on this shit. I understand, money makes the world go round, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But this whole system is so corrupt and corroded. Like, ew. And people actually want to continue this system? You should be cheering for the collapse of this system. You should be cheering for the collapse of this system. You should be pushing for a collapse. Not pushing your children into it like they're just objects here to fund some fucking system. It's bad enough you in it. It's bad enough we in it. Now you create somebody else to come and be a part of this disgusting system. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Let me know how you feel. I don't know if I left any part of the story out. Just gonna run through my brain a little bit here. See if there's anything that I forgot to mention. I don't even remember where I was in the story. Oh yeah, so she was like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put your account on a non-renewal so that your account doesn't automatically renew in September after the 6 months. And you can go ahead and do your research and see if you find another car insurance, because I don't want your policy to be canceled before you find something else. And I said, you know what? That sounds like a good idea. So that's where we are. And then now I want to go back to Geico, but now I'm in a battle with Geico because I paid Geico back in January for my policy. They took the money out of my checking account, my Chime online checking account, and they're like, Geico's like, oh no, we didn't receive that payment. I'm like, yes, you guys did. It came out of my account. I showed them paperwork showing them it came out. They're like, oh no, we didn't get that payment. It declined on our end. I'm like, how did it decline on your end? Yep. These car insurance companies, all these corporations, they're here to just use you and suck you dry. Extract as much money out of you as they can so that you're stuck in a rat race system, having to go to work so many hours a week because of all of these bills that you have to pay. And I say, you know what? Once I leave this country, I won't even have a car. I won't even need a car. Like, I want to live in a country where it's so small. I can pretty much walk to the grocery store, walk to the beach, walk to wherever it is that I need to go. And if I need to go to the airport or whatever, I could just order a cab or something. That's the kind of simple life I want to live, walking to the beach every day, eating fresh food, fresh fish, drinking coconut water. That's the life I want to live. I don't want to live this fucking rat race bullshit. I don't want to drive the most recent fancy Tesla or Mercedes. That shit don't make me. That shit don't move me at all. What makes me happy and what brings me joy is when I see people chilling and relaxing. Their time is for them. They're free to move how they feel, do as they please, spend time in nature. That shit moves me. That's the stuff that brings me joy. All right, you guys, I'm out.